What is up guys, India, and today I have a very different video for you guys. But before we get into that, I just want to address a couple of things. So as you guys have known, I haven't been posting to my usual schedule, which is Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. That's mostly because I just started school and I'm in the 11th grade now. And the marks that I make this year go to like my college and university marks, and I can't mess that up. So I decided I'm making a new schedule, which is I'll post one video in the week, one video on the weekend. I also have started a Twitch channel where I will post other games that I play that won't be on my channel, and just like other like side missions, for example, in games. For example, I'm thinking of getting Ghost of Tsushima, right? I'll post that on the channel, but the side missions of that game I'll post on the Twitch. Like, you guys understand once we get into the swing of things, but I am posting on my Twitch every Friday, and the link will be in the description below. Right, enough talking about that, now let's get straight into the video. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, I love the CW Flash. I know it isn't the most comic book accurate of a show. It can get a little cringe at times as well.
Oh, I don't think so, Copper. Not until I get my money!
But honestly, I still love it regardless, and it's actually in my top 10 favorite TV shows of all time. It's definitely not like number 1, but it's in there. If you watch the show, you know that season 7 is coming out next week, Tuesday, which is very exciting, and I cannot wait. So today I kind of just made a list of 10 things that kind of need to happen in season 7 of The Flash. It's just in my opinion. If you guys have any other suggestions that you guys would like to see what's going to happen in season 7 or onward, let me know in the comment section below. Or if you disagree with any of my 10 things, just also let me know. I love to hear you guys' feedback. And yeah, without further ado, let's begin the video. Alright, starting off with number 10, and that is for Barry to get the golden boots. Now I know it's a little weird kind of thing, that's why I kind of put it at number 10. But basically, Grant Gustin himself has kind of teased that he wants the golden boots to be in the Flash. Now as you know, the season 6 suit is probably one of the most comic book accurate Flash suit we've gotten in this entire show. It's way more comic book accurate than Ezra Miller's suit. I'm not going to get into Ezra Miller, but anyways, that's probably like the one last piece that's kind of missing for the season 6 suit to be one of the most comic book accurate Flash suits. I mean, I would do little changes to the suit, maybe bring back the season 5 material, but I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, that's just kind of my little nitpick, just to bring the golden boots into it. And he has teased, no, he hasn't teased, he said that he does want it in the season 6 suit. So yeah. Well, number 9 is that they need to address the whole Hartley Zoya issue. Now, as you all know, Hartley Zoya was fired from the CW Flash show. It is mostly because tweets about him being a misogynist and a racist have come out from 14 years ago, and the CW ended up firing him. Now, it's kind of very sad that he's kind of gone. I'm not going to give my opinion on the whole topic of why he was fired because I don't like to get political. But they kind of need to address why Ralph isn't there, and as we saw from the trailers, Ralph isn't anywhere to be seen. Now, probably what's gonna happen is Ralph's probably gonna take Sue into hiding, and yeah, but I mean, just to say that he's taking Sue into hiding and we never see him again is kinda lazy. So I feel like what they need to do to bring Ralph back is that Ralph will say that he actually framed Sue, and then he's gonna change his face, and they're just gonna get a different actor to play Ralph. Now, obviously, replacing Hartley isn't gonna be as easy. You need to find a charismatic type actor, and I don't have any choices. But I feel like that's only the right route for them to go, considering Hartley is completely gone. Number 8. Barry needs to stop losing his speed. Okay. In every single season of The Flash, Barry has lost his speed. In season 1, in the Blackout episode, when Blackout absorbed his speed, he lost his speed. Season 2, when Barry gave his speed to Zoom, so Wally can be saved, he lost his speed. Season 3, he lost it when he went to the Speed Force to save Wally. I don't know if that really counts. And he lost it in the Supergirl duet crossover. Still, he technically lost his speed. Season 4, he lost it when Iris took his speed. Season 5, literally the entire whole plot of like Cicada was that he could take away Metahuman's powers. Now Season 6, Barry loses his speed because Oliver destroyed the fucking Speed Force. My point is, Barry is the fastest man alive. I say that with inverted commas, but he keeps constantly losing his speed, and I just feel like they just keep doing it, and I really just hope for Season 7 and actually onward, because there might be a Season 8, that Barry doesn't lose his speed again, because it just keeps happening and it feels so repetitive. So I just hope that they, after this whole Season 6 thing with the Speed Force and Barry ends up making his own artificial Speed Force, that he's never gonna lose it again. I hope. Number 7. Team Flash needs to be shortened. Now, what do I mean by Team Flash needs to be shortened? Alright, listen. So in Season 6, we have had Barry, Iris, Cisco, Caitlin, Joe, Cecile, Chester, Allegra, Nash, and Camilla, and Ralph. That is 11 fucking people in Team Flash. Remember back in Season 1 when we only had 5 people? Now personally, in my opinion, Season 4 was peak Team Flash. This is getting out of hand though. There's 11 people. Now obviously Ralph is gone, so now we got 10 people. That doesn't really make a difference. Now in my opinion, what they need to do is get rid of Chester. He's useless. I'm sorry, you do not need Chester in Team Flash. You've got Cisco, who's an engineer as well. You don't need him. Get rid of him. Camilla is literally just Cisco's girlfriend, and yeah, she works for Iris. So there you go. She goes to Team Iris, Team Citizen, whatever. Allegra also stays at Team Citizen. She's not needed. Alright. You get rid of Cecile because she's just an attorney. Alright. She can be there, but she's not a part of Team Flash. Joe is now Chief of Police. That is fine. Man just does his Chief of Police business. I don't really count him anymore as part of Team Flash because he's barely there anymore. So yeah. Now we're left with 5 people. Barry, Iris, Caitlin, Cisco, and Nash. Iris has her own team now, which is Team Citizen. So there you go. What are we left with? We are left with Barry, Cisco, Caitlin, and Nash. 4 people. 4 people is what you need for Team Flash. Just keep it like that. I don't know why they brought 11 people into this. It's so dumb. Like, these other characters don't need to be it. Chester is like my main problem with Team Flash because he's not needed. I'm sorry, there's no point for his character. That's just my opinion. But anyways, let me move on. Number 6. The writers need to expand on Nash's whole multiple consciousness thing. So as you're aware, one of the plots was that Nash kind of has every single consciousness of Wells's, or at least with Harry and Sherlock. That's what we've seen, and that's how Thorne was able to get into him, even though technically Thorne isn't a Wells, but anyway. And I feel like they can really expand on this because this is very interesting. What I feel like they can do is that Harry, for example, and Sherlock, those are the only 2 Wells we've seen take over, or like even communicate with him. They can like take over his body and like just talk to Barry and Cisco and all of them, do their own science thing whenever they need it. Obviously, I don't expect them like to do every single Wells. Like for example, Wells the Grey, for example, we don't need to see him. I just feel like if you bring back Harry into Nash's body, I feel like it can be a very heartwarming moment as well. And I just feel like they kind of need to expand on it. So it'll kind of be like a multiversal consciousness swap. See, CW, I can also make words with scientific words. Alright, number 5. Barry needs to start doing more CSI work. Now, can y'all tell me when was the last time Barry was actually a CSI? I think I recall that was basically in Season 5, when he actually went to a crime scene and solve the case. No, sorry. Barry has not solved the freaking case since Season 1. Do you remember like in the pilot episode when Barry kind of had all those images in his mind? That was probably one of the most badass things I've ever seen when the pilot first aired. But you know what? They're gone. never to be seen again. I would just love for them just to bring back Barry being a CSI for one episode and solving a crime and just using his flash powers to help with it, you know? I just feel like that's what they need to do again. I love to see Barry do so much CSI work because, to be honest with you, The Flash has kind of inspired me to become a CSI. I actually want to become a CSI because like Barry's job is so interesting. I've done research into CSI and that's actually what my dream job is, to be honest. Anyways, moving on. Number 4. They need to introduce Red Death. Now, as you know in the comics, Red Death is basically a combination of Batman and the Flash. And obviously, Batman isn't in the Arrowverse. So, the way that they can use Red Death is that they can combine Bloodwork and Godspeed. I know it sounds very far-fetched, but listen, hear me out here. Who was the main villain in Season 6? At first, we thought it was Godspeed. Then it was Ramsey. Then it was Eva. My thing is, you combined Red Death's blood, Ramsey's blood, Bloodwork's blood, with Godspeed. You're gonna end up making Red Death. And I know Godspeed and Red Death are two separate people, but I think that's just how they can do it. If you guys can remember that episode where Barry and Mirror Iris were fighting, Iris kind of just tossed the blood aside, and that blood was never seen again.
What are you doing?
So what if that blood ends up getting fused with Godspeed and he ends up becoming Red Death? I'm just saying. Could work. Anyways. Number 3. Barry needs to invent Gideon. Okay. So since we've known since Season 1 of The Flash, we know who Gideon is. Thorne used Gideon to travel back in time, kill Barry's mom, blah blah blah. You'll watch the show. Now, Gideon revealed way back in Season 1 that the reason she wouldn't tell Thorne that Barry, Cisco, and Caitlin were in the Time Vault was because Barry created Gideon.
Wait, why? Would you accept my commands?
Because you created me.
Now, Barry hasn't done that yet. So my thing is, when is he gonna do it? And yes, you could say that he kind of made a portable Gideon, but he used it from parts of the Time Spheres Gideon. He didn't initially make Gideon. Now, it's just kind of a little nitpick and all that, but I would really love to see Barry just tinker around and make Gideon, and then he uses Gideon in fights. Yes, he has made the portable version, but he hasn't made Gideon yet. He's just made a portable version of what we've had. Or maybe that's how Gideon actually is made. Shit, I don't know, time travel and all that. Anyways. Number 2. Barry needs to start doing things on his own. Okay, so as you all know, we've been talking a lot about Barry here. Well, I mean, the show is called The Flash, so. Anyways, Barry needs to kind of start doing stuff on his own. And what I'm kind of saying is this: ever since Season 1, he's always had a team. Now, I don't have a problem with the team. As I talked about, I'm fine with Barry as a team, but it just needs to stay at 4 people, not 11 freaking people. 10, not including Ralph, sorry. I just feel like there always are people there helping Barry out. I'm not saying they shouldn't be, but Barry is supposed to become independent, and I'm hoping from Season 7 till whenever the show ends that Barry needs to start being independent. I don't think he really needs people anymore. At least, like, he doesn't need them in the field. I think Barry can handle stuff in the field on his own without talking to people. And that's why it kind of ties in with him inventing Gideon, because Gideon can help him out in the field, because that's what Gideon does. She can just help him out in the field. So that's kind of how that whole thing fits in. And number 1. The writers need to give Barry a consistent speed. Now you're probably thinking, what do I mean by this? If you look back at the Season 4, episode 15 I think it was, titled Flash Time, we had a whole episode of Barry just moving normally to us, but he was in Flash Time where everything was moving completely slow. Another YouTuber by the name of Comic Books vs. the World did an amazing video about how Barry is able to move 128,302 times faster than the speed of light. That is what that YouTuber's worked out. If you guys want to go check him out, I will leave a link to his channel below. He's an excellent YouTuber. Honestly, he's a very underrated YouTuber as well. Go give him some love. He basically uses maths and science to figure stuff out, especially with the Flash. Now that's how he calculated. Let me say that number for you guys again. 128,302 times faster than the speed of light. Now what the show has shown us in episode 2, season 6, what Gideon confirmed. Gideon said that Barry can only move at Mach 10,909. That doesn't work out properly, because you're telling me that Barry was able to move at Flash time, an entire episode of Barry moving in Flash time, and you're telling me he can only go to Mach 10,909. And as we know, the writers only make Barry fast when they need him to be fast. They make him slow when they need him to be slow. And this just bugs me, because they need to come up with a consistent speed counter as to how to handle Barry. You need to give him an actual speed counter instead of just taking numbers out of your own ass, because it just doesn't work. But anyways guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. What do you guys think I've missed? What do you guys disagree on? Let me know your guys' opinion in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Love you guys.